Hey guys, Stephen, TheSalonGuy here, and I've got a request that you all have been waiting for and all been asking for quite some time. This is Michael Clifford from 5 Seconds of Summer. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the back right here, and I actually took the liberty in bleaching this whole head. So as you can see, it's like a really light blonde color. And this is basically, he was just on the Today Show, where 5 Seconds of Summer were just on the Today Show, just like I think a day or two ago. And this is kind of what he had his most recent hairstyle, which was pretty much platinum blonde. Keep in mind one thing, however, when you do go this blonde, it will basically fry the hair. You know, it will change the texture, could damage it. And you can see in some of the pictures, his hair texture is pretty clear. So it's not the greatest for the hair, but you know, hey, it's still blonde, and sometimes blondes have more fun, I guess. So I'm using the razor here, as you can see right here, and what I want to do is I want to use the razor throughout the whole head. So I'm going to establish my base through here, and the first section I'm probably going to take is going to be right about here, just at the nape, just like that. And this will be pretty much the guide throughout the back here. And I want to just use again the razor again, just because it gives it a little more of a softer edge and a little more textured kind of look. So it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, you know, across, but this is definitely awesome for giving it a textured look. So I'm going to establish my base first, cut this all down to here, and then I'm going to actually work in because he's got it pretty short around the ear over here. So I'm going to create my base outline first, and then we'll come back and see where we're at. Alright, so now I've got the back done, and what I want to do is I want to angle this up now, and he's got it pretty much right around the ear area, so I'm just going to come in, going shorter to longer, and I'm just going to angle it down, holding it out like this, so that it works going this way. Alright, now we're going to come into the side here, and again, as you can see, I am using the razor, and now I'm just going to work my way up towards the face this way. I'm going to angle it upward. So now I'm coming straight forward this way, and now I'm angling my fingers pointing up towards the face like this, which is going to allow me to cut upwards, so and create a cut on an angle. So I'm just going to continue to bring all this straight down. And there's the guide from underneath. Alright, you want to make sure you can comb this, that you can see your guide. If it's too thick, take a thinner section, and continue to do this on this side as well as the back. And then when you're done, you can pause the video and then catch up to where I'm at. Okay, so again, bring this down this way. Leave this part here because he's got it a little bit longer in through here. And then do the same thing on this side, and then we'll come back when we're done. Alright, let's work right to the front now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this all straight down like this. I'm going to come over to where I left off in through here. And then I'm just going to angle this down, coming a little bit longer towards this side like this. Alright, so this is pretty much done here throughout the front. And now what I want to do is I want to start actually layering the hair. Alright, so now right in the back area. And his hair is probably, I'd say, about 2 inches or so off straight up from the scalp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my first section through here, and this is going to be my guide throughout the whole haircut in the back. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling everything out 90 degrees, and I'm following the head shape, which means I'm pulling everything straight out from the head. Alright, and there's my guide, and I'm going to work all the way down into the base throughout the nape area. Alright, I'm going to do this throughout the whole back of the head, so we can keep a consistent pattern and keep the haircut looking really nice. And then we'll go in afterwards, and then we'll go in and disconnect it a little bit. So here's our first section right in through here. And now what I want you guys to do is work from the center to the right side, and then center back to the left side. Alright guys, now that the back is done, we're going to work into the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a section right throughout the middle here, and I'm going to connect everything. I'm going to connect the back into the top part of the head, and we do that by cutting towards the face this way. But I'm not going to go too far towards the front of the face yet, because I just want to connect this. Alright, I just want to connect this so it has a nice blend to it. And then I'm going to hold everything straight up from the head and cut it horizontally. Okay, so now we're just connecting this shape right in through here. This is the high point of the head, the top of the head right in through here. Top back of the head connects with this part. This way we have a nice connection going down in through here. So let's do this, and then we'll be ready to move in through the rest of the top of the head. Alright, so now we are at the top of the head. We're going to work from here moving forward. We have our guide from what we connected into from the back to the top, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut it straight across horizontally to where it's about, you can see the length here, it's probably about 2 inches or so in length on top. Okay, so let's hold this straight up from the head like this, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut across, working our way towards the front of the face. Alright, now let's work in through the corners. The top is done here, and what we're going to do simply is we're going to hold it straight out from the head. The corner points out this way, and we're just going to cut following the head shape. Alright, and again, this whole thing is probably about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. We're going to cut it a little bit shorter throughout the sides, down and through the bottom here, just because it's a little bit closer, a little bit shorter down and through here. So now we're basically cutting from here down and through the bottom here. Alright, so let's continue to do this until we get to the front here, or the front of the head and through here, and then we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Here's a little quick tip for you guys. If you want to make sure everything is balanced, you can cross-check by simply holding everything straight out from the head this way, and the hair will be obvious on what needs to be cut, and if you need to balance or even anything out. Okay? You can do this working all the way up the head shape like this. And again, if there's any little pieces, I like to chip into it like this, just to make sure that everything is balanced and even. Alright, so you can see that the haircut is pretty much done as far as the outline base shape. What I want to do now is I want to go in and texturize everything and really just thin it out a lot. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go pick up pieces like this, and from half the mid shaft here in the hair, I'm going to go and cut and work my way towards the ends like this, just to really break it up and just to add that kind of really heavy texturized look as the way he has it. So let's just do this throughout the whole head. You got to be really aggressive with this. Look at, see, taking a lot of hair out. Don't be afraid to do this. You just want to make sure that where you're doing it is from like middle of the head, or middle of the hair, and working towards the end. You don't want to go too far in through towards the scalp, because you might cut too much off. Okay, so let's do this throughout the whole head here, and then I will put some paste in it, and we will be done with the look. Alright guys, well here's the completed look. I'm just going to spin this around. You guys all asked for it, and I try to do the best I can for you. I think this came out really, really accurate. He definitely has some, wild hair. It's definitely been through a lot. This is what happens when you bleach the hair. It definitely goes through a process. It does change the texture, and you can see that it's kind of quite clear, and if he gets to see this, you could end up looking like me if you keep bleaching your hair. Just gotta be careful, guys. But I think this really came out awesome, and I got tons and tons of requests for this. If you see this video, alright, I'm just gonna ask a favor for you guys. Please retweet this out to him, get this out, and really help me out with these videos, guys, because I'm doing this for you. So, well guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you do want to go to your stylist, or you do want to get this done, again, you do have to bleach the whole head. I basically left this on for at least an hour and a half. I mean, depending on, but you have to leave the bleach on to get this hair this light. So this is about, I'd say, 1.5 inches to 2 inches the most throughout the back here. Again, throughout the sides, I held everything straight up. So the whole thing, the whole shape is about 1.5 inches long. And then I went in and texturized it throughout the end. I used a razor to get the base. You really got to put a lot into this. But also, if you do bleach your hair, it could break. You got to be careful. And that alone could cause a lot of texture in your hair too. So, once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Please comment, and please get this out. Tweet, to him at 5 Seconds of Summer. My Twitter is at TheSalonGuy. So, thank you for all the support, and I'll see you guys next time for more tutorials with The Salon Guy.